Attention to all students, we will begin our event very soon. We'll be requiring everyone's attention throughout the event. Thank you.
Gelap sikit sebab lampu tak ada.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening. Salam Wafakat Johor. Salam UiTM di hatiku. Everyone can now take their seats and sit tightly in front of their screens. Before we start the event, we would like to call upon Farid for doa recitation.
Assalamualaikum. Al-Fatihah. Ya Allah, Ya Rahim. Praise be to God, the Lord of the worlds. Peace and blessings be upon our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his companions, and for those who followed his example till the Judgment Day. Allahumma ya Allah, on this blessed day, in conjunction with the LG120's very first appreciation ceremony, we beseech thee and grateful towards you in favor of all the infinite blessings to us, your humble servants, to live in safe and prosperous life. We seek your blessing for a flawless progress of this event from the beginning till the end. We seek your guidance to steer clear of event that would detrimental the progress of this event. Ya Latifah Ya Rahman, please bless us with your tawfiq and hidayat. Please guide all the participants and guests to greatness, peace, glory, and prosperity in this world and the hereafter. Make us responsible intellectuals. Granted us with valuable knowledge that will be beneficial to mankind in order to gain your mardatillah. Make us your righteous servants that follow your commands and neglect the sinful acts. Please forgive us for our wrongdoings. Ya Munzil Barakat. Peace to our beloved country, Malaysia. Preserve us from any threat or disaster, neither man-made nor natural disaster. And to you, Ya Allah, we ask for security and prosperity upon us, our leaders, and our country. Be so patient in us in order to face the challenges from you. Please accept our deeds and please reward us accordingly. Baik tawakkalna wa alaikal masir rabbana wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina azabannar. Wassallallahu ala Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Amin.
Amin, Amin, Ya Rabbal Alamin. Thank you, Farid, for leading the Dua recital. May our event today runs smoothly. Before we begin with our guest speakers, let me introduce myself. My name is Rina, and I am your MC for this evening's appreciation ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the LG120's first ever appreciation ceremony. We have honorable guests such as T.S. Dr. Ahmad Razi Ramli, Puan Harati Ahmad, Puan Fairoz Husna Muhammad Yusof, and Course Coordinator of APB UiTM Cawangan Johor Campus Pasir Gudang, Puan Sharifah Amani Said Abdul Rahman. We will now like to invite the Head of Academy in Language Studies of UiTM Campus Johor, Puan Harati Ahmad, to present her speech. Please welcome Puan Harati.
Thank you, Aina Nurina. Okay, we call you Rin, yeah? Thank you, Rin. I love to see your smiling face today. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good afternoon. Okay, first and foremost to our esteemed Deputy Rector of HEA, Academic Affairs, TS Dr. Ahmad Razi Ramli, my colleague from Pasir Gudang, the course coordinator from APB Pasir Gudang, Puan Sharifah Hamani, and then we also have all the APB lecturers from both campuses, from Segamat and Pasir Gudang, the alumni, the first ever LG120 alumni, and all the current students. I'm so happy to see so many of you are able to make it today. And I am especially happy that Dr. Razi is free and is able to join us and grace the event for today. Okay, like Rin mentioned earlier, this is our first ever LG120 appreciation event. And one of the purposes or objectives is actually to celebrate the alumni of LG120. Okay, I think I will begin my speech by telling you how the idea to organize this event started. Yeah, so actually for the past few years, we at APB Kampus Segamat, we already had this one program called Majlis Apresiasi dan Apresiasi. Aspirasi dan apresiasi. It's a bit mouthful to say actually, but it is for the lecturers. Okay, so this is when we, gather together and celebrate the achievements of the lecturers in terms of research and collaboration. Yeah, but when COVID-19 first struck, okay, even though supposedly in 2020 we should have actually one majlis aspirasi, yeah, for the lecturers, okay, but because of COVID, everything, most of the things were abandoned. I think our focus was more on ensuring that teaching and learning were able to take place properly. That was our first concern. Okay, we did not want to jeopardize your studies. Other things, other activities took a back seat. Yeah. Okay, but however, once we got accustomed with the new normals, then we started to organize activities again for lecturers and students. Yeah, so there was this one day I was talking to our own PM Dr. Nuria. Okay, I actually cannot exactly remember how it started, but Dr. Nuria said the Majlis Aspirasi for the lecturers could actually be done online. So she was the first person who actually planted the idea in my head. Okay, so and then I was like thinking, if it can be done for the lecturers, why don't we do something similar for the students? Because we also have to appreciate the efforts given by the students, right? Okay, so in April, if I'm not mistaken, in April, Shahira and her team, okay, Miss Shahira, I should say, Miss Shahira Adam and her team started to plan for this particular event. And Alhamdulillah, today all of us are here together, okay, to celebrate the many achievements of LG120 students. Yeah. So now for last semester, for the first batch, okay, we had 34 students. Okay, so all 34 students, Alhamdulillah, graduated on time. So that was an achievement by itself. I don't think there were many other faculties that managed to get that kind of statistics, yeah, Dr. Razi, that 100% graduate on time. Okay, so out of the 34, let me take a look at the numbers. Yes, 11 graduated with Anugerah Naib Chancellor. So 11 students or 32%, okay, completed with Anugerah Naib Chancellor, and another 15 students, okay, they completed their studies for the last semester. They managed to get Anugerah Dekan, the Dean's List. So I'm so very proud. I think the whole of FPB was very proud, and we are still very proud of our first cohort. Okay, so that's the first cohort. And then for the parts 1 to 4 students, out of 156 students, 82 students managed to also get Dean's List. Okay, so in terms of percentage, this is like more than 50% of the students. So that is a feat, yeah. Okay, now, maybe I also should say for so far I've been talking about students who did well in their studies. Okay, however, for students who did not perform well academically, I don't think don't despair. Yeah, don't despair. Okay, what you have to do is double up your effort, work harder, pray harder, and inshallah, you will consistently improve yourselves. Yeah. Now, I would also like to take this opportunity to make an announcement. Okay, Puan Fairuz Husna. Okay, I think all of you know who Puan Fairuz Husna is. So she is the penyelaras LG120 for UiTM Cawangan Johor. Okay, the sad news is that she is leaving us for Shah Alam, for APB Shah Alam. So effective 15 June. So actually today she's moving, and that's why she's not here with us today. But we will listen to her pre-recorded speech later. Yeah. I think I don't want to continue. I don't want to say too much. But before I end my speech, let me, on behalf of APB, congratulate all the students again, especially the 34 of our anak sulung. So you are our anak sulung, ya. Anak sulung is always special. Okay, ada anak-anak are also special, but they have this special place in our heart, anak sulung, yeah. So majority of you are actually currently pursuing your studies. So good luck with your studies. For the others, I think some of you told me that you are continuing your studies in October. Some others are working for now. So yes, good luck for your whatever that you are doing now, yeah. Oh, just now, maybe if you can bear with me, I forgot to thank Puan Fairuz Husna. Even though she's not here, I think I should officially, formally thank her for all her contributions for APB and also for LG120. She worked really hard. She was one of the busiest lecturers when it came, for example, for when we were writing the documents for the full accreditation for LG120. I'm really grateful to had her lah when we were busy with the documentations. And we at ABB only wish for the best for Fairuz Husna, yeah. So for the current LG120 students, your seniors have set a record. Okay, so they did exceptionally well. Yeah, they did exceptionally well, and I believe you need to maintain that. Yeah, please maintain it. Sometimes some people say it is easier to achieve something than to maintain it. Okay, but I know that most of you are really hardworking. So therefore, I look forward to good results in the future. With that, I thank everybody for listening. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Puan Haryati, for the wonderful speech. Next, we would like to invite Yang Berbahagia TS Dr. Ahmad Razi Ramli to officiate our event. Please welcome Dr. Razi.
Thank you. Thank you, Rin. Assalamualaikum. Very good afternoon to everyone. Puan Haryati Ahmad, the head of academy. Puan Sharifah Amani, the course coordinator of APB in Pasir Gudang. My colleagues and dear students. Okay. First of all, thank you for having this virtual meeting. As someone once said, the show must go on. Not that this is a show, but we must appreciate the opportunity to be together. Doesn't matter whether it's face-to-face or virtually. I think the idea of having an appreciation event that includes the student is a very good one. Firstly, because when we look back, we first have to appreciate the efforts of the lecturers. I do agree very well with what Puan Haryati said. The journey, if you take from last year, the start of the pandemic till now, was full of events, full of challenges. So you might not be aware, apart from having to cope with teaching, from having to cope with their amanah, of delivering their teaching and learning to all of you, they have also struggled with ensuring that the program is rightfully accredited. So that has been a journey. You can ask your lecturers how it was a struggle to ensure that the accreditation requirements are met while doing it during, sometimes during full lockdown. After that, you have to come to the office, working with documentation, taking the risk, of having to come to the campus. For that, I would like to say, my appreciation, express my appreciation for the risk that they have taken. But I'm also happy to say that, they've reached the end of the journey. Alhamdulillah, I was told that we have received good news from the Senate that our program LG120 in Segamat has been approved, fully accredited. So for that, thank you, Puan Hayati, and all of the team. That was, to me, a very big success. The other thing that I would like to stress upon is that apart from celebrating our first cohort, I would like to, for us, all of us, to take a step back and appreciate the overall performance, as what Puan Hayati said. So having to endure, having to experience TNL, teaching and learning, not through face-to-face, I think is a new experience to everyone.
Yeah.
So if you take in context all of this, and you look at the numbers that have been stated by Puan Hayati, it's an extreme feat for me, having, how many was it, 11 ANCs, 108 students with Dean's List Honours. It is unprecedented. So for me, who likes numbers, when we compare across faculty, so that benchmark, if you ask me, shouldn't be set only upon LG120 students. It should be set for all of the programs in UiTM Johor. If I have my other KPPs with me, my question to them is that, why can APB do this? Why can't the rest of you do the same as well? So moving forward, with the numbers that your first cohort, I do not know whether this is a boon or a curse, but for the rest of you, so that will be always the benchmark that we compare against, and it's a good benchmark. And anyways, right? For me, education is about testing, pushing yourself, seeing what you can do. It's always about that. And I've always mentioned to Puan Hayati, despite the fact that we look at KPIs, it's always important to stress on other values as well. So it's not only numbers, GPAs, CGPAs, how many ANCs, but how we achieve that numbers. Okay, and I've always stressed upon developing cultures of honesty, developing universal values, okay, developing a sense of amanah. Okay, it's not, to me, if you get all these numbers, or these numbers reflect how good you cheat, instead of how good you strive to achieve, then it's a failure. So it's always good to remember, we have certain things to target for, but along the way, it's also important to remember how we achieve this. So it's not only the end results, it's also about how we achieve the result. And since Puan Hayati has mentioned Fairuz Husna, so I'd like to take time as well to say thank you to her. She has been, I think, an esteemed and important member, even though EPB is quite small in UiTM Johor. Right? Her contribution, her impact, I think is felt in UiTM Johor. So it's such a waste to see her go. If you ask Puan Hayati, for me to sign that letter, to let her go to Shah Alam, was a challenge. It took me a while. So when I look at it, I said, Puan Hayati, are you sure we are getting someone equivalent in return? So I'm not talking equivalent in terms of the credentials. I'm not talking about qualifications. I'm talking about the ethics. I'm talking about the values that she brings. So Alhamdulillah, according to Puan Hayati, I'm holding on to your words, Puan Hayati, that the replacement is as good as her. So with that in mind, again, I would like to say again my appreciation to Fairul Husna. Thank you so much for what you have given. Okay, I hope you find success, inshallah. I guess I've spoken quite a lot as well. I think I do not want to delay this any further. But before I leave, so again, let us take the time to reflect on the achievement and allow ourselves to be inspired. So most importantly, for the alumni, congratulations. But for the rest of us, I do hope this will spur us to greater success, to greater effort. And I do hope to see that this achievement can be outdone in the near future. That's a high benchmark, Puan Hayati. So thank you so much again for having me here. I'm looking forward to the rest of the event. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Dr. Razi, for that amazing speech. Now, we have a recorded video by the coordinator of UiTM Johor LG120, Puan Fairuz Husna Muhammad Yusof, as she cannot join us. So let's watch the video now.
Assalamualaikum and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you to the MC of today, our dear KPP Puan Hayati binti Ahmad, the event committee, fellow LG lecturers, and those celebrated today, our very first alumni of LG120. I hope that everybody is perfectly fine wherever you are. And first and foremost, I would like to congratulate all of you on your success of completing your diploma in English for professional communication. And beyond proud of all of you, and you know I always say that, right? Alright, so looking back at my experience teaching you, I still remember back in 2018 when Encik Jeffrey assigned me with ELS 153 to start publishing. I was thrilled, excited and nervous at the same time to teach you, but Alhamdulillah, it was a great experience teaching you guys. And then later, the same year I was appointed as Peninaras LG120. Again, I think that it was a big responsibility, and I felt nervous too. But I really wanted to give it my very best. Okay, Alhamdulillah, now we have completed with our very first cohort, which is you, right? So thank you for all your cooperation. Thank you for all your hard work throughout the years, right? And I also have heard that some of you have continued your studies in LG240, degree in Applied English Studies English for Professional Communication, okay, and then Intercultural Communication, MESCOM. Some of you are doing a freelance job, and some of you are even working. So I'm very happy to hear that. Congratulations and good job, everyone. I hope wherever you are applying the skills, the knowledge that you obtain throughout the 5 semesters here. I wish you nothing but the best, and I hope in whatever you do, whether you're studying or working, just give your very best. Give your very best in whatever you're doing. Inshallah, success will be yours, right? And I would like to apologize for not being able to join you guys today. I really want to be with you, but somehow it's also my moving day. To Sha'alam, my application for transfer has been approved, and I will report to Sha'alam on this coming 15th of June. So if some of you are in Sha'alam, inshallah we can meet again, and do say hi if you see me. Okay, so I think last but not least, all the best, and hope to see you guys again in the future, and please keep in touch. Right? So take care, everyone. Bye. Miss you, and we'll look forward to meeting you again. Right, guys. Bye. Take care.
Thank you, Miss Fairuz, for that very emotional yet very happy speech that you've recorded. So, last but not least, we would like to invite LG120 Cohort 1 representative Alia Kairina to speak on the cohort's behalf.
Thank you to the MC Rina for the introduction. Nico Kazantzakis once said that ideal teachers are those who use themselves as bridges over which they invite their students to cross, then having facilitated their crossing, joyfully collapse, encouraging them to create bridges of their own. It takes a special teacher to inspire his or her students to do their best. And for us, it takes not one, but 17 lecturers, our own LG120 guardian angels. Given everything they do for us students, it's time for us to return the favor. Before that, I would like to thank everyone, especially our special guests, for making time for this ceremony celebrating the successful graduation of the first cohort. I, Nur Ala Karina binti Mustafa Anwar, would like to express my gratitude by saying that it is an absolute honor to be trusted with the commencement address and represent my dearest classmates, the first graduates of LG120 students. I must say, diploma life was a wonderful experience throughout my life, and it is made possible by my classmates and especially by our lecturers. Starting off, we have Mr. Jafri, a generous man with a constant smile on his face. We will never forget his impromptu showcase of math skills, fun activities during classes, his willingness to make TikTok videos with us, and of course, his scrumptious lemang periuk kera. We also have Miss Ati, who is now the pillar of LG120, a fairy godmother who is always there to help her students, whether for assignments, their well being, and many more. She is a role model to all of us, truly. Shout out to Madam Norida for letting us have so much freedom in class and for the movie time. We thank Dr. Noria for every beneficial advice given in class. We would also like to express our appreciation to Madam Dorina for sacrifice and lessons, which assist us until today. A special thanks to Ms. Zaira for the good memories during the third semester. We also love our easygoing Madam Putri for her constant guidance, and we thank Ms. Diba for being a remarkable lecturer. In addition to the list, who is most likely everyone's favorite lecturer, she is known for her aesthetic and loving character, Miss Didi. Oh, let's not forget about our memorable trip. Firstly, our trip to ITBM organized by Wan Nazha, which was an enjoyable learning experience, meeting with the skillful translators and editors. Miss Haniza, who accompanied us to Malacca for a talk, where we finally greeted our course mates. And lastly, the trip to APB Shah Alam under the supervision of Miss Rafi'ah. Not to mention our understanding lecturer, Madam Diane, our fun and knowledgeable linguistic master, Miss Dia, our chill lecturer who likes to give out Nabati, Bizarre, our happy-go-lucky lecturer, which I consider as my older sister, Madam Zhu, our supportive and friendly lecturer who we can always confide in, Madam Fairuz, and lastly, our kind lecturer who taught us well, Miss Haniza. Also, we will never forget our CTU lecturers, Ustazah Farah, Ustazah Farhana, Ustaz Muaz, and our ANT lecturer, Haji Rose. You are not only our lecturer, you are our friend, philosopher, and guide, all molded into a person. From the bottom of our hearts, my classmates and I would like to express our utmost gratitude and would like to apologize for any wrongdoings. Our thank you is like a simple drop in the ocean when we compare it to what you have done to us. Because of you, we are able to grow into a better person than we were before. Because of you, we are confident to tackle any obstacle ahead. Because of you, we were able to stand where we are today. So thank you. Thank you for your endless encouragement. 3rd September 2018. Personally, I would never have guessed that the people I met that day would mean so much to me in the future. We had our misunderstandings. We silently fought with each other, but most importantly, we sought solace in each other's company. You know, it's amazing how we've all changed in the last 3 years. On my first day here, I could barely talk to anyone because I wasn't very confident in my English. Then it got worse when everyone was like, my parents read me bedtime poetry, or my family is from the UK, or I stayed in Australia when I was little, and someone studied in Jordan for a while, and many more. Everyone was so good and articulated. I remember being so impressed with each and every one of you. And looking back, boy, was I amused with the variety of characters we have. I remember how everyone was so excited during our interim days, Blender. I remember the loud and chaotic introduction in Miss Ati and Madam Zoo's class. I remember how we would fight over the food, especially with Ame. Every time we went to PLL, I remember how some of us would accidentally fall asleep on the ground when the lecturer was not around. I also remember our karaoke session during our trip to ITBM. There were a lot of memories that we should cherish for a lifetime. Being the first babies of LGs was not a probably flowery path, but we made it, guys. As Misty Copeland said, anything is possible when you have the right people there to support you. We only have each other, just 34 of us and 70 lecturers. We powered through the hardest conditions, and we actually survived. So, yay to us. It was heartbreaking that we never get to say our goodbye and thank our lecturers physically, but it was for the best considering the situation right now. So I'll end this speech with a message to my dearest classmates. This is our last ride, guys. The last time we're all going to be together as a class and as a batch. You have been a part of my daily life, painting my life with rainbows and sunshine, and I sincerely thank you for everything. Wherever you are now, whatever you are doing, remember that each of us is always here for you, only one call away. Remember that we will always cheer for your happiness and support you at your lowest, even in silence. So keep in touch and see you in the near future, okay? And for the future graduates, good luck and make the lecturers proud. That'll be all from me. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you very much to Alia for that lovely yet tear-jerking speech. So without further ado, we would like to present a video montage specially made for our first cohort. Let's go. Okay, so to those who gave those materials to us, thank you, because I'm tearing up with the video because I am quite close with some of y'all. And so, proceeding with today's special event, we will now present the awards for Calon Anugerah Graduan Cemerlang, Anugerah Naik Chancellor, and some special categories that is nominated by our very own LG120 students. So we have 3 students for Calon Anugerah Graduan Cemerlang. Insafi binti Saifin, Nur Faikah binti Abkara Muhammad Zai, Aina Yasmin binti Azizi. That's all for our Calon Anugerah Graduan Cemerlang. Now we have our awards for Anugerah Naik Chancellor. Aina Yasmin binti Azizi, Aisyah binti Samin, Amira Hudadini binti Muhammad, Ejiofor Adam Young, Insafi binti Saifin, Muhammad Haris bin Muhammad Hanafi, Nur Alia Karina binti Mustafa, Nur Faikah Abkara binti Muhammad Zai, Nur Khalina binti Muhammad Fadli, Nurul Hanisa binti Azali. And our last Nata Anugerah Naik Chancellor, Rabiatul Adawiyah binti Saidi. Now, we have some special categories. We have the life of the party, the trendsetter, and the parents of the batch category. So for the life of the party category goes to Nur Alia Karina binti Mustafa. Next, we have the trendsetter winner, which is Nur Atira binti Ahmad Razan, or also known as Fatir. And we also have the mom of the batch that goes to Aina Yasmin binti Azizi. Not forgetting the pair, the dad of the batch. We also have Farhan Hakim bin Anwar. So that is all for our award for today. For your information, some prizes have been posted to the award winners' houses. Now, let's appreciate our Dean's List students from Part 1 to Part 5. Now, not to forget, we would like to wholeheartedly congratulate the first cohort of LG120 Diploma in English for Professional Communication on their success in graduating, and also to those who achieved Dean's List. I would also like to extend a special thank you to the lecturers for conducting this event on behalf of the faculty. Dear guests, sadly, we have now come to the end of our event. We would like to express a big thank you for coming and spending your precious time with us this evening. Before we end the sessions, we would like to invite all the first cohort students to join us in Google Meet for a photo session along with our honorable guests. Please welcome our first cohort students. Don't forget to turn on your camera and switch off your mic. That's all for this evening. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening, everyone.
Good job, Rin. And yes, Alia, yeah, I also, I also cried a bit, yeah, when I heard your speech. A good one, yeah.
Thank you, Ms.
I
Aki.
cried too. You guys are not alone.